Good day today. Again, we've really been cracking lately. And on this boat, this is our new project boat. In 2 days, we removed the T-top, we took the console off, we removed the coffin, the tank coffin lid. Got a look at it. It looked bad. The worst I've seen. Right now I'm sitting here in the vacant opening where we removed the tank, and the smell of gas is very strong. There obviously are pinhole leaks that were in this tank, and it's gotten into the foam. The removal of this tank was not as tough as it usually is because there was a lot of water intrusion, and the gas mixed with water separated a lot of the foam from the tank and from the sides of the coffin area. So when we got down in there, we ran a chainsaw around it to cut through the foam, and then we worked on the front tank, which was in this area. So when we removed the tanks, this is a double tank setup, a 35-gallon tank in this area and an 85-gallon tank here. We get the front tank out first since it's smaller with the chainsaw all around it, and then we have to work on it with a big pry bar to get between the coffin and the tank and start working it, and finally we cracked it, broke it free, pulled the tank out. Once the small tank's out, then we can actually see the front of the big tank. Once again, we take the chainsaw, we run it completely around, cutting through the foam on all sides. We get underneath the front with the long blade on the Sawzall, and we cut around the bottom, and then we use wedges, right? Wooden wedges underneath the big tank, a series of wedges, and we start hitting it with a sledge, and we pop that free and loosened up the rear tank, and we got that out, and we got to see what a mess it was. You can see the foam that was up against the tank. This is all oxidation. This is aluminum oxide. It's white. A lot of really quite a mess. The tank definitely was leaking, and you can smell gas in it, and it's a good thing this came out. Any boat that's 30 years old with aluminum tanks, it's definitely time to pull them out and to swap them over, or else you're going to have a big problem. You'll be in the middle of the season, you got a bad gas leak, and just safety-wise, I mean, you could have a fire, an explosion, or any of those things happen. So that was the main thing that this customer wanted to have done, get the tank out. But when we did that, the console has to come off. So we're going to do things with the wiring. Going to make the console nice, going to spray it, oil grip it, tank back in, foam it in, put the lid on, console on, wire it, do some work on the console superstructure. Then we're going to non-skid the deck, and that's where the job's going to end this year. He wants to get it back in the water. Next year he's going to come back, and then we're going to oil grip the whole remainder of the boat, all of the rest of the interior and the hull, new rub rail, and the full job will be complete for this fella in 2 years.